All right. Ooh, just got off another long day at work. Time to play my favorite game, Dead by Daylight, to wind down. Although I know 2v8 is in the game right now, so queue times might be a little long. Thankfully, we have this awesome resource, Dead by Queue, which helps us see the current queue times. Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not waiting that long for a game. That is not happening. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go brew some coffee, hang out a bit, and I'll see if it's better later tonight. So yeah, I'll see you then.
1 hour later.
All right, it's been a bit. Got my coffee here. I've hung out for a little while. Certainly queue times are a little bit better now, right? Oh, okay. I mean, that's better? That's still a really long time to wait, especially since some Dead by Daylight matches don't even last that long. I guess, I don't know. I guess I'll just take another break and go hang out for a little while and check back later.
2 hours later.
All right. This is the third time checking, and the third time is usually the charm. Let's go ahead and check Dead by Queue, and hopefully we finally got lucky. All right. I guess not. I guess I'm just not playing DBD today. It's just not happening. I just gotta breathe. I have to remember that these are alternative game modes. They are not permanent. 2v8 will be over soon, and then I can go back to playing Dead by Daylight just like usual. Or I guess not. I guess just not. Hi guys, Brand here, and welcome to another commentary video. I've made a video covering every single iteration of 2v8 that has come out so far, and if you've been following those videos, you would know that I have been less than a fan every time it has come out. It's not really so much the mode itself, although it does have its issues. It's more so the giant torpedo that it delivers to queue times in both modes whenever it comes out. So the issue then becomes that you either have to sit in a 20+ minute queue for 2v8, or you have to sit in a 6 to 10 minute queue for 4v1 games. So you can't really avoid it even if you want to, which is really the sucky part about it. But there's a big brand new feature this time, that being play while you wait, which is supposedly saving the feature. So does it? Yes and no. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Play While You Wait initially had really good going reviews from me, especially considering the fact that I streamed the game of Dead by Daylight over at my Twitch channel, Mr. Headache, same name that it is here, and having not to play a completely separate game in queue was far more entertaining for both me and my viewers that were watching at the time. The main attraction obviously being that I did not have to play a separate game. Usually I'd throw up marbles or something else like that, marbles on stream, that way they can play something, but now we didn't have to do that. We could just keep playing the same game of Dead by Daylight, which made those queue times far more entertaining, not only for me, but for the people watching at home. For the first couple play sessions of 2v8, I actually really enjoyed this, and it Play While You Wait feature really helped lessen the blow of the extremely long queue times for 2v8. Because if you guys remember, the first couple of 2v8 queue times were really long. They were like 30 minutes to an hour in some instances. So 20 minutes on average realistically is an improvement. It's also cool that you can do this while duoed with a friend as well, so you can both do this. Though both times I did this, I had a lot of issues, like it would boot my duo from the lobby whenever we load up for a survivor game. The killer lobby would just crash out when we finally loaded into a killer game, although it worked about half the time consistently for me, so it's not really that huge of an issue, but it do be bugged by daylight. We gotta expect that stuff at this point. However, as I kept playing 2v8, I really just started to feel just how stale the game mode is. I don't know if it's the overexposure, since they keep bringing back this game mode so often, the lack of the new killer characters in this release, but man, this iteration really has started dragging for me. There's also the fact that Play While You Wait is playing the survivor role in 2v8, which is extremely limited in its classes and abilities, forcing you to face the same killer combos on the same maps with very little variation, 2 to 3 times more than you actually are playing your actual killer games. I was literally fitting 2 to 3 survivor games in before an actual queue for 2v8 killer, meaning that I was just playing 3 times the survivor than I was the thing I was actually queuing for, and a lesser version of survivor at that. At this point, I just rather go back to playing other games or watching YouTube while in queues, and I'm somebody who actually enjoys playing survivor with my friends. I think it's a really good time, but this just is a lesser version of that role that I'm being forced to play just because queue times are terrible. The lack of variety overall just made it so mind-numbing that after a while, I just couldn't do it anymore. And I know that some of you are probably gonna be like, well, there's a lot of blood points, and that makes me happy. Which, well, you know, Good for you. That's great. But for me, I don't really care about blood points in the game that much, to be honest. I just want to have fun and entertaining matches, not have fun outside the matches spending blood points. I just want the games to be good. And of course, like clockwork, right as I'm starting to really get irritated with the mode and just want it to go away, boom, behavior swoops in and extends it again, just like they have with every other time they've brought this mode back to Dead by Daylight. And just like what our intro skit touches on, every time there's an alternative game mode that comes to Dead by Daylight, queue times absolutely skyrocket, but especially so when 2v8 is around. On a bad day, my queue times are hitting like 10 minutes on average in 4v1, and that's just... ooh, that's a long time to wait for a game of Dead by Daylight, especially considering matches can end in less than half of that time, setting you right back into Queue Simulator. That's really the thing I've hated the most about 2v8 and Dead by Daylight. There's a lot of things that the game mode could be better with, but the main issue I've had is that I just can't avoid it no matter what I do. If you're not a 2v8 person, tough luck. Your 4v1 queue times are going to be really, really long, so you just got to deal with it anyways. I've seen so many of my friends just like abandon streaming Dead by Daylight right now. So many of them are playing Resident Evil, the Walking Dead Telltale series. They're playing a lot of other games right now because they just don't want to sit through the awful or egregious queue times, and I don't really blame them. And believe me, I get that a lot too, but it puts me in a bit of a pickle that makes me really frustrated because obviously if you guys are on this channel, you know that I main the Xenomorph and base most of my content off of that awesome character. I want to play the Xenomorph. I want to play the Xenomorph. The opportunity to play as the ultimate weapon, the perfect life form, is not something you get offered a lot in the gaming space. So I want to do that. But guess what? They're not in 2v8. So guess what that means for me? Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting in queues just to play who I enjoy the most in Dead by Daylight. And I just find that really lame. I think the thing that's honestly making this like way worse is the fact that killer queue times have kind of been bad for almost all of 2025 in general. Like this year has just been the year of bad queue times. I think we got a little relief. We got a little buffer with the Walking Dead disaster release because kind of nobody wanted to play the game at that point. So the killer queue times were actually really quick for once, but throughout most of the year it's been Kaneki release, bad killer queue times, Springtrap release, bad killer queue times. Oh, we got a couple weeks there. There's the Walking Dead, and now boom, 2v8 back again. Now we're back to bad queue times. We just really can't escape it this year, and it really sucks. At this point, I don't even think modifiers are really special anymore. Most of the modifiers they pick are just the same ones over and over and over and over and over again. 2v8 Chaos Shuffle 2v8, 2v8 Chaos Shuffle 2v8 Chaos Shuffle 2v8, over and over and over and over again. It's just like, and they're here like clockwork. Like the modifier itself has basically kind of adopted its own kind of rigid release schedule that the chapter releases have. And I don't know why that is, considering the fact that Behavior themselves have admitted hurts and hinders their ability to upkeep consistent and stable content with new chapter content. So why are they going to do this now with modifiers as well? If they are already beholden to we have to release a chapter at this specific time frame every single number of months or else bad things happen and we keep introducing bugs and problems into the game, why are we going to introduce another rigid schedule with the modifiers that they also have to adhere to, which will also create instability, which will also create bugs? Have we not learned our lesson from the rigid chapter release schedule that maybe applying ourselves to a rigid schedule makes it harder to keep the game stable and the quality consistently good? I don't know. Maybe we're not learning. Maybe that's what we're seeing this year. That is the year of 2025. Hot take, I don't think we're getting Labor of Love again. Realistically, if we're being honest here, it's pretty easy to see the writing on the wall as to why this keeps happening. The reason why is because casual players that only come and go for these modifiers, so the people that only come when they hear that a new mode is out and then they leave immediately right after, that matters a lot to Behavior. It just does. So regular players like you and I aren't really important in that case. At the end of the day, as long as those casual players approve of it and keep coming back for it, it doesn't really matter if the game regulars are frustrated and tired of the long queues because Behavior gets their player base one way or another. It may not be the same people going in and out, but the numbers stay the same. The numbers are still good, so the individuals don't matter. It's easy to forget since we spent so much time around this whole DBD thing that is backed by Behavior, which is a company which, end of the day, money is the only thing that matters. No matter how many people I see talk about how repetitive the modifiers are, how bad the queue times are when they are around, it doesn't really, unfortunately, matter to Behavior at the end of the day because Behavior doesn't really seem interested in what the regulars have to say or think about the whole situation at all. But that's about where I am with it. I never really enjoyed playing 2v8 for more than like 3 or 4 play sessions before I just kind of want to go back to normal queue times and not have it be an issue there. However, ultimately, I don't think that behavior really cares about what you or I as TBD regulars feel or think about enjoying these modifiers, as they keep coming in nonstop over and over and over and grinding our gears, and it kind of just falls on deaf ears every time we complain. It's clearly something that they are seeing a lot of success in on their back end, and I would assume that that is why they are so beholden to releasing them over and over and over and over again ad nauseum. Do I wish that the modifiers would be more spaced out and unique so they're actually cool special events that I can look forward to? Oh yeah, but behavior doesn't, and that's about the long and the short of it. What do you think of the latest iteration of 2v8 in Dead by Daylight? Did it get stale for you quickly like it did for me, or do you think the play while you wait feature actually kind of saved it? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, because that's how I know I'm doing a good job on the back end. Other than that, hopefully this video made your day a little bit better today, friends. If it didn't, I'll try to make your day better in the next video. And if I don't see you there, I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.